These are your evening headlines for March 23rd, 2026, right here on BYU-Idaho Radio. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Kimber Pierce. This Palm Sunday, you have a chance to experience narration and music from a variety of faiths. Hannah Hanneberg has the story.
When Cherie Hastings virtually attended an interfaith Easter celebration in Salt Lake City last year, she knew her community of St. Anthony would be the perfect place to host something similar.
I've been to all the churches in our little community. Sometimes I knocked and nobody was home, so to speak. I would leave after the sacrament and go start knocking on church doors.
The Palm Sunday celebration will be held Sunday at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, St. Anthony Stake Center, and will feature musical groups made up of people of different faiths, with worshipers invited to sing along.
This isn't a concert. This is where everyone sings together.
The music will guide the worship service through the story of Holy Week, the week leading up to the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Pastor Steve Atkinson and his wife Patsy from Community Presbyterian Church will lead the narration between the musical numbers. Hastings says she hopes that as the community comes together, people's faith in Jesus Christ will be strengthened and that people will feel comfortable worshiping in their own way.
Interdenominational. That means that people bring to the table their own way of worship. So many denominations stand when they sing, so we're going to do that.
Lorraine Taylor, a singer in the choir, says she's looking forward to singing the song Majesty, which is not a common worship song of Latter-day Saints.
So music is a universal language, and so this will bring that music and that language together.
The celebration will also feature a children's choir, the Yellowstone Brass Quintet, and the St. Anthony Handbell Choir.
I clearly see in my mind people with a palm in their hand, standing, the whole congregation, gently waving them as we sing.
Again, the Palm Sunday Interfaith celebration is this Sunday at 4 p.m. at the St. Anthony Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints Stake Center at 247 East 4th North.
I hope that people feel like going to church more, no matter what church. I sense that they will feel a sense of community and belonging and joy. I hope that people will be more free to talk about Jesus.
For BYU-Idaho Radio, I'm Hannah Hanneberg.
The Cultural Arts Department of Rexburg is putting on Holes, the stage play. Rachel Horner is the director of the production. Starting on the project last August, Horner has worked studying the source material and planning the details of the play.
Been working on it for a really long time. I don't think I've stopped thinking about it since I got hired to do the project.
This is the first production Horner has directed in Rexburg.
The coolest part, I think, is getting to know the theater arts community here in Rexburg. There is so much talent in this area, and people are so incredibly generous with their time and their talents. It's just been such an incredible collaborative effort.
With 24 in the cast list and over a dozen more helping behind the scenes and other locals volunteering their efforts, the production has been a community effort. Playing the lead role of Stanley Yelnats is Ian Grant. Ian is no stranger to theater, but this will be his first lead role in a production.
It was a pretty big jump. I was in A Christmas Carol before Holes, and I had the first time ever having lines then, and then huge jump to main character. So, yeah, it's been fun.
Holes, the stage play, will be showing at the Romance Theater in Rexburg on March 28th. Showtimes can be found and tickets for the production can be purchased on the Rexburg Cultural Arts website. And you can listen to the full interview with Rachel and Ian on our podcast feed. Just follow BYU-Idaho Radio on your favorite podcast app. Ahead of the One Republic concert at BYU-Idaho this Friday, there is a new clear bag policy for all BYU-Idaho Center Stage events. Patrons may have clear bags no larger than 12 inches by 6 inches by 12 inches. You can also have a small clutch or purse no larger than 4.5 inches by 8.5 inches, or a 1-gallon freezer bag. Exceptions include medically necessary items or diaper bags with a child, though small children are typically not allowed at these concerts. Tanner Christensen, the entertainment promoter at BYU-Idaho, says this is becoming standard for entertainment BYU-Idaho is trying to bring to Rexburg.
And so while it may be perceived slightly cumbersome to not be able to bring a bag or you only have a clear bag, for us, it's to make sure that the patrons have the best experience, and one of that is safety.
The new policy is in effect for the One Republic concert. Prohibited bags do include regular-sized purses, backpacks, camera bags, and even mesh bags. For more information, you can call the ticket office at 208-496-3170. By the way, there are still good seats available for the concert. Just go to tickets.byui.edu. These have been your BYU-Idaho Radio evening headlines for March 23rd, 2026. Thanks for tuning in. More news, interviews, and great content are available on our podcast feed. Search for BYU-Idaho Radio on your favorite podcast apps. We are on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and more. For BYU-Idaho Radio, I'm Kimber Pierce.